the impetus of that book was really around Jim Collins' Good to Great. For those that know the book, I love that as a business book, probably my favorite. But you can't write that book in the hospitality space because we're not publicly traded companies. We don't have that sort of data. So we needed a data point. If there's any controversy to the book, it would be that we went after industry award winners. And I've learned since reading the book, I went into it thinking, this is pretty universally believed that these industry award winners are on top of their game. And that's certainly true. But there's criticisms about, I'm hearing mounting criticisms about the validity of winning awards, and people make some really good arguments about that sort of thing. And I think that's accurate too. So Dave and I had the conversation about the folks in the book. And we're like, look, I don't think you can punch a hole in the folks that are in the book. I mean, they're not only amazing award-winning operators, but they're amazing human beings. And the fact that they were willing to participate, we didn't pay anyone to do any of this. And the fact that they participated in it, were really cared about the industry, and were willing to share like their secret sauce and tell you, look, this is what I did that really made things work. And what's even more special about them is if you ask them, and this happened in every interview, if you ask them, hey, what makes you great? You had to be sneaky about your questions, because they won't just come out and tell you why they're great and what makes them awesome. It goes into the shucks routine, and it's not me. So you'd have to sort of figure out creative ways to get them to talk about what it was that really did differentiate them. And some of these interviews took hours to do, because you had to get somewhere with it in the end, but you didn't know where you were going, right? So you're trying to end up at a place, but you have no map to get there. So it was really fascinating doing the interviews. And then, not to drone on too much, but then after the interview, Dave and I would jump on a call, and they were recorded like this would be. And we would say, hey, what was it? And we may not agree. We may say, no, look, it was this, it was that. So Dave and I would get into countless debates about what all the answers were and what was the most meaningful content. And sometimes people would have sort of duplicate content, but then there was something secondary or tertiary with someone. You're like, no, let's use this there because we've got that covered here. And it was just this incredible process of trying to extract business lessons from really awesome conversations.